get into the bizarre lore of Subway Surfers, dude. By Chupo? I did not know Subway Surfers had any extensive lore, so I'm freaking a little bit curious as to what is the story behind this guy. Why is he so angry chasing the fella?
Throughout the years, Subway Surfers has remained a tyrant in the mobile game world. However, all of the
Isn't it like the most downloaded game literally ever? I could be wrong about that, but I think it was at some point. Oh, sorry, Mr. Mime.
Throughout the years, Subway Surfers has remained a tyrant in the mobile game world. However, beneath all of the success
Why is he kissing me?
Who
is this? Why is the rabbit so scary, dude? Anyway,
to create a fairly complex story that nobody has seemed to look into. So join me as we unravel this series and figure out what exactly has been going on.
Let's freaking find out, dude.
Desert. Don't know which one, don't know why, but based on the heat, I don't think I'm gonna survive. But that's not important.
Shit.
If I find water, that's great. But anyway, Subway Surfers is a household name at this point. You probably recognize it for that one mobile game, but trust me, there's so much more to it. Subway Surfers takes place on a modified version of Earth. This is an Earth where technology is slightly more advanced. Civilization has started to colonize the ocean.
I do remember the freaking Subway Surfers show. I watched, like, I don't remember how many episodes of that. Subway Surfers, the animated series, episode 1. Here we go. So that looks a little different, I suppose. I'm just gonna nitpick this to hell, dude. I'm not afraid of nothing. I'll tell you why this cartoon sucks. It's probably great. I don't know. Why is she so free? Mom, I'm gonna quit surfing the subway if you don't let me. She just wants to do ballet. She doesn't want to be a subway skater no more. Just getting right into the deep end. Excuse me? What the hell did he just call that?
Open salami.
Oh my!
Grounded for life, boneless to a barley fresh.
And I thought my trick names I made up were wacky. I think I even revisited it later, but I got copyright struck for the stream, so I couldn't post it, and now I don't really remember it. I mean, I guess they were just kids in what I assume was America in the freaking show. I don't even know, dude, but freaking, let's see.
And train yards stretch hundreds of miles, but only like 40 feet wide. The first major time point is on May 24th, 2012, when the game originally was released.
Dang.
First major.
It was that late? That actually does seem kind of late. I was graduating high school already. Dang, I'm old. But we knew that.
Three kids.
Can you guys smash that MF like button? If time is the blood, we're all bleeding, you know? So why not?
Start this
Appreciate
by sneaking into a train yard and tagging the trains.
We're all just aging and dying here.
These three, we got Jake the rebel.
How he get that stance, dude? That, despite what you might like to hear, this is the proper stance. This is the ideal male form, regardless of what you'd like to believe. And this is the ideal stance for swagging. All right, let's continue.
The rebellious
that was a little too smooth.
Committing mild crimes. Tricky, who comes from riches and is hiding
Tricky
this life
Ricky.
from the family. And Fresh.
I'm quickly realizing how much of a Subway stan I am. I've also unboxed toys of all these guys. I'll play a little clip of that too. See what's inside. You can make sure you want it, I guess. Spray crew. Gross. Dude, let's just freaking dig in and see what's what with this nonsense. Oh man, that's sturdy. Okay, stop it. You're being ridiculous right now. Oh my god. Good. Easy. So it has Jake. Within it, you shake it up, you remove the top, and then you can actually just spray him upon yourself. What did I drop? Gotta stick them. We'll stick them for you. This doesn't do anything. That's disappointing. I feel like it could have sprayed my hopes and dreams. How do you relinquish him from his spray can prison? I actually don't. Is it the bottom? It has to be. Does he stay in there? Is that part of it? Is he not supposed to come out? I don't know. How do you open it? Am I stupid? Like what if it's like child-proof? You gotta push this down. All right, well, my hands are tied. That's not true, but they do have a mallet now. Free him. Thank you. Shout out Clips.
Who's just like...
Dude, freaking subscribe to my Clips channel if you're a big fan of Clips. You guys like Clips?
Who's happy to be here. He's my favorite. But anyway, while doing the illegalness of a graffiti, Jake gets spotted by the train yard guard and begins the first...
This literally is the lore. I knew it, dude. I'm literally an expert, I guess.
This is Ted Lutz, better known as the security. He is the most powerful character in the universe. He's considered the antagonist, but truthfully, isn't that bad of a guy. Just a dude with anger management issues hellbent on serving middle schoolers justice. Don't believe me? Across literally billions of attempts.
Don't believe me? Just watch!
Stop playing. Across every corner of the world, they have not once managed to escape him. He is the amalgamation of the indomitable human spirit. Whatever he puts his mind to ends up happening. Now, if you're asking why the main crew can travel across the world so frequently, we'll get into that in a bit.
Okay.
The one thing that absolutely needs to be discussed is the hoverboard. Now, the hoverboard actually has an origin story that we would see throughout the entirety of the Subway Surfers animated series. The first season takes place at least 2 days before May 24th, 2012. I lied earlier. This is actually the first entry in our timeline.
What? You lied to me!
But we have a fourth pal. Yutani. Now, Yutani, in my opinion, is the most important character of the cast. Long story short, she's basically motherless Jimmy Neutron. Like, actually, it's just Jimmy and Hugh Neutron. But this first season is kind of weird. All 11
Oh, so he's actually going over the show. Okay, perfect. I guess I feel well prepared.
episodes take place in an incorrect
Smash
order.
that like
Episode
button.
1 is chronologically the third, the second is the last, the third is
He's
the
bald!
first.
What the hell?
We're gonna look at this in its correct order, which is laid out like this. Starting in episode 3, Tricky's real name is revealed to be Beatrice. Normally I'd question a name like Tricky, but this is one of those cases where either name is a lose-lose. Tricky has a ballet recital today. I promise this goes somewhere cool, but her mom's kind of preppy and overwhelming. Her dad, not so much. There's a very consistent trend of supportive father figures throughout this show. It's a weird thing. I hate Jake, and coincidentally, he's the only one without a father. Her mom chases her and gives her the family heirloom, so she'll look good when she bombs the routine. But don't worry, it's not important. What is, though, is that their yard worker was recording the whole interaction and sends it to a suspicious Dropbox. This
Damn,
will be
totally
important.
not weird at all. What the hell? That is dark. You can't just be taking pictures of kids, man.
But until then, we
That's
need to talk
freaky.
about what, once again, supportive father, who happens to be a retired pro skater, he supports
Okay,
her
okay.
and technically succeeds. This is also when it's revealed Yutani's a streamer, and she genuinely wears the alien costume everywhere.
She's the best character, or the worst, depending on how you look at it.
Self-respect. Fresh gets struck by the machine and the rain. Then Jake declares he's hungry, so they go to Yutani's dad's restaurant house place.
How do they have a skateboard themed burger place? This does not exist anywhere that I've seen.
Called Skate Heaven. Jake
No
tries
way.
to eat the most fries possible. This results in him getting hospitalized, but still making
What?
it Tricky's
Like,
doubt.
didn't this happen to Lil Xan? No, that was Cheetos. He went to the hospital because he ate too many hot Cheetos. But
Labor
same
cycle within
idea.
a half hour with a
Stupid.
very normal-looking audience, and there's nobody suspicious within it. Tricky's dance goes horribly wrong, but Jake decides to rig the score in an act
Nice.
of kindness, and to celebrate, Yutani meets
I'm
up
sensing some judgment, but I feel like it's earned and justified. Good job, Chupo.
With
This
the
is a
three
good
of them
video.
after training
I
at
agree
halftime.
with you.
Just a bunch
You're
of
reinforcing
talking
the
Tricky has
opinions that I already had.
existential crisis about her life. Jake almost gets hospitalized for the second time within a half hour. He
R.I.P.
breaks his at minimum cost $30 skateboard over a $5 bet. And Yutani, during all of this, is using her metal detector until all the metal objects surrounding them starts levitating. The metal detector then shoots him into a hole and shoots him out with an all-new turbine. And this is what immediately gets the children thrown onto a watch list.
Damn, is that all?
Oh, heavens and cheese, now we got the Secret Society. Their organization name might also be Infinity, but the Secret Society sure is a secret society, so we're just gonna call them that. Now you may be wondering, hey, wait a dang smackin' second, why was the groundskeeper yard worker recording Tricky before they even found the turbine? Well, based on the framing of the picture, I'd assume it would have to do with the heirloom. And considering the gem is the same color as all the mystical, magical technology gunk, I'd say it's safe to assume it's important to the story. And that means Tricky's on a watch list for 2 separate reasons. I heard if you get to 5, they let you pick something out of the prize chest.
Fidget spinners! Let's go! Dude, I'm picking these lips. What the hell? What is those?
Then the next day happens. Jake, being the leader of the friend group, declares he's hungry and tells his friends all to meet him at Skate Heaven. Now Fresh ignores his loving parents and the breakfast.
It's cause they're always on them damn phones and iPads playing Soup
They
Surf.
probably worked hard
I hate when I'm reaping the things that I've sown.
on to go be a goofball, but his boombox Boomy is missing. Oh,
No.
the frog
No.
and Freckles, that sure is a crisis.
No.
He's gotta find Boomy.
Shit!
And then he does that. That's
Gary,
the plot of
come home.
episode 9. Also, we see his sister, another playable character named Ella. She never does anything important. We can ignore her.
Shit.
At Skate Heaven, not much happens other than Fresh
Why is there tofu on top of the hamburger?
stains his friggin' J's. Oh, this is horrible. Do you know how hard it is to get a stain out of a white shoe like that?
Bruh.
Apparently not, because the king, that's named King, shows up and decimates the entire crew with his drip and bars. He's genuinely cooler than all of them
I
combined.
remember this part. I'm not a fan of this part. This is probably not my favorite part.
But he's also homeschooled, and in the nicest way possible, just by looking at him. You can tell. After this,
Damn,
the
got
gang
him.
goes skating.
Wait, are they reacting? What the hell? Sorry, guys. Am I interrupting some reacting going on here? I have a lot of respect for the sport of reacting and creating reactions.
Tries to teach Yutani how to skate. It's mostly a failure. Then Jake once again decides he's hungry and goes back to skate.
I'll just react down
This
here.
section's mostly filler, with the exception of like some weird tremor thing going on at the episode. It's never brought up again. Later,
Shit.
Yutani brings everyone back to the train yard to show what she's discovered relating to the turbine. Most importantly, that it's creating a real, functioning hoverboard. Not much happens other than, again, Jake flops pretty dang hard, but this time there's someone new watching them.
Tell me who's watching.
The security guard. That's
He
right.
ain't
The
really
security
watching, though.
guard spots them loitering and tagging and starts going after Jake and a regular Subway Surfers Brown plays out. Though partway through, the guard goes underground and finds another completely separate person walking around. Fellas, this is Frank. Of all the important characters in the series, Frank is by far the most interesting character of note.
What the? He's just so unbothered and nonchalant. He's so cool, dude. I want to have his children, even though they might be rabbits.
He's hidden both in-game and in the show if you look hard enough. He's everywhere.
And in the toys if you look real hard enough. You will pay for your insolence. And there he is. He's super sus looking. He's got a creepy bunny mask, creepy red eyes like he's been smoking on that good, an ominous briefcase, which is concerning to me, and also no feet. Where did they? I mean, this guy's got feet on him. Why does Frank not have any feet at all? Is he a real bunny man, boy? I bet he doesn't stand very, yep. Should have grown feet, idiot. She was also well endowed, just for the record. Correction, I just finished this video and I found his feet separately on the floor. His feet are separate on the floor.
Well, this episode gives us the best view of what exactly Frank does and why he matters. He walks down underground following some sort of tracker, opens up some weird subway control pad, some rotten little child graffiti blocks whatever he's doing, and then he gets pissed. And he just walks away.
I'm pissed. Just thinking about it.
I hope nobody was in. No, I hope nobody was in there though. Jake gets caught and brought home, and then Jake sneaks out. So Jake has not slept in about 30 hours and was willing to eat an old sub as his Subway surf.
It's got a diaper on it. Oh, let me put that in my pocket for later, bet.
Subway. But when that fails, he decides to go to skate heaven for a 4th time. And my God, I hate this child so much. That damn schmoyle. He knows what you did. I know what you did. You do think you're.
What did he do? What did he do? I'm out of the loop. Chat, what did he do? Is this real? Ain't no way.
Now remember, all of that was season 1 of the show, but now we got season 2.
Why are there multiple seasons of this? I'm not gonna lie, season 1 left a little to be desired, but not too much. Not enough to warrant a season 2. Let's go.
Really where things start getting intense.
Oh,
okay. This was the first course of an entire series of feasts.
Okay.
As season 2, episode 1 starts, we watch as... Hold on. What? This is just blank. There's nothing to continue it. Where's season 2?
Wait, what? Was I right?
Where's season 2?
I'm a genius.
There is no season 2.
Thank God. Phew! Dodged a bullet there. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you don't want a season 2 of this. Just kidding. Let's see what happened.
There has not been a single new episode or even announcement of potential continuations.
Damn.
You know what? I'm a little insulted. I went through like 50 minutes of content and was just waiting to see how far we could stray from the funny, silly mobile game. In fact, the director man said, oh, we came up with like 7 seasons worth of story. We can't tell you what happens in them, but it's gonna be so cool. Everyone's gonna. Because
you'll steal the ideas probably, and Mr. SYBO wants to keep them for himself.
Like, oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Finna make it myself.
It's just gonna be so cool.
Where's the story? I don't see him. So now that leaves it to me for the time being. I'll have to speculate based on the hints we've been given. This is like trying to make a sandwich, but the only ingredient that I have is tomato slices, and I don't even like tomatoes by themselves as slices.
Tomatoes are bad.
Ages poorly, and somehow we get like another season or some continuation. Consider this a prediction.
Okay.
Got away with manipulating the technology.
Sure.
I would also say the heirloom's vital to the secret society technology and whatever, and then Frank is like some sort of accomplice of the society. The motives of all of them are still totally unknown. They just exist. I don't know what they intend to do, but I guarantee you it probably involves controlling the world. There's a connected series of videos called the Dossier.
Dude, that's my name. What the fuck?
Lonniedos.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. My lawyer.
I'm
Lonnie Dossier, back here another day.
These go over the secret society's files related to each character, though the Frank one sees him deleting his own files for some reason. Again, there's not really much we can work with. There's so many directions I could see this splitting off. It just creates problems for me, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I hate problems!
Now, coming back to the games, because all of this exists in a single story, one event has you running in a space station where there's this robot with the Frank mask and some secret society technologies and coloring, heavily implying they're about finding him.
Is this a recent update? This is Space Adventure. I'm not even familiar.
Relating higher tech the world is getting from somewhere. I'd love to get answers, but I don't know. I really don't. Along with that,
he doesn't know.
Aliens that the society have captured, and these are actually heavily implied to be connected to a separate.
Oh, this is freaking Blades of Brim, dude.
series connected to Subway Surfers. The creators made another endless runner called Blades of Brim.
Roll the clip, dude. I love rolling clips.
Hi YouTube. Today we're playing Blades of Brim. Is that what it's freaking called? This is another new game from the people who made Subway Surfers, and this looks a lot more Subway Surfers-y than that stupid Smash Champs game did. That game was not very good, so I'm gonna pretend like this is the new. All right, so right off the bat, this looks exactly the same. I can do some of this. So is this like Subway Surfers but with hitting people? I guess that's kind of cool. All right, purple monsters, you need to get the hell out of here. I'm about to swipe you to death.
Ah, yes, another beautiful clip in the books.
I'm gonna be honest, this game was significantly more fun than Subway Surfers.
Yeah, it was kind of like the same thing, but you could like run on the walls and smack these little goblins and stuff.
Actually like had more with them, and I liked it. In this game, a gang of warriors from all across the world gotta beat the Goon Lord because
Goon Lord?
Hey, yo!
That's crazy.
Oh no, the Goon Lord is gooning and he's making his goon.
I'm glad that I was not left
them.
with this joke by myself.
That's cool. This might be a plot hole, though. The initial trailer of Blades of Brim had the guard playing it on his phone. This is simultaneously an in-universe mobile game, and also...
Is this some sort of crossover episode? Why, SpongeBob?
You shouldn't be shocked by now. This silly kids game franchise that's been around for years has a multiverse. Wow.
Ain't no way.
Really like the way to go for all these
Where does Train Hoppers come into all of this? Because I do remember they ripped off their own game.
Games. I promise you, I'm not forcing it. It's just that every single moderately popular franchise has some sort of alternate dimension or multiverse. Oh boy!
Dude, Angry Birds has so many Netflix shows.
I think that's all there is.
Probably at most of them with season 2s.
It's like this
Whoa, I do not recall.
It's exclusive to Snapchat games for some reason.
What?
If you want to play this game, you have to go into a Snapchat DM and select the game, or at least you could, because Snapchat removed this feature in early 2023. I hope at least one person found out Snapchat games don't exist anymore because of this video and because of Subway Surfers.
I never knew they did exist. Snapchat removed the games feature on the app in 2023. Dang. I would have been all over that.
This was how I found out. July 7th, 2022. Subway Surfers tab. I forgot to mention that Yutani can board now.
I played this one. This was cool.
And I'm not paying for a subscription service for mobile games. Apple.
Listen.
First match. Let's see help Jake vandalize public property. At this point, Jake fully deserves to be behind bars. I'll help snitch where needed. Just know I'm not a narc. I'm a Pisces. This is a puzzle type
I'm a
game.
Virgo.
That's great. This is where I remind you that all these kids are being tracked by an entire organization and nothing's being done about it. Anyway, April 21st, 2023. Subway Surfers Blast. This is another puzzle
How is this different than what we... Okay.
Adventure, but this time you gotta make their hangouts look nicer, and that's really all that goes on here. One of the trailers starts the kids in some sort of puzzle dimension, and like my freshman year of high school, we're never, ever gonna bring it up again because nothing of value was attained here. And that's every other game. You'd think after a decade there'd be something else going on. Like there's known Cthulhu monsters.
What the hell? These ones are cool.
Zombies.
Put them in season 2.
Nothing. None of this matters. There's a Burger King skin. I own the Burger King. Frank goes to Burger King. It might be important. I don't know. They don't address any of this. Is Burger King gonna be important later on? I don't know. I would love to treat this like a
I'm glad that he asked the hard-hitting questions, dude. The Burger King update was one of the most mysterious, elusive, and concerning to the fan base.
Years of doing nothing but vandalizing train
They're
yards.
train hopping, freeloading hippies, dude. Isn't it clear?
To every corner of the planet and do what they always do, vandalizing other places. They're expanding their little atrocities, attacking baby penguins in the Arctic, drawing penises in Australia, going to Europe, all the bad things a person can
When did they do that? That sounds pretty chill and based.
It has been done by them. And they just smile. They just grin ear to ear knowing what they're doing. I see the wrath in those empty eyes. You can't fool me. Two important things.
He cooking their ass.
All of this. Yeah! I wasn't lying earlier. Every single day he's
Whoa! Hello, handsome.
following these kids to train yards and doing whatever he can to make sure
he built like a train yard. He is a legend. All right, now you're glazing him. He always fighting the Burger King.